So tell me what used to be in this field.
California farmer Sean Stevenson shows us an empty field, once full of orange trees.
Oh, this is definitely the worst drought I've experienced. There was a bad one back in 77, 78, but it was nothing like this one.
During a normal year, Sean and his staff farm 1,200 acres of permanent crops. However, because of the drought, over the last 2 years, he says they've had to push out 1/3 of those crops, like these orange trees cut down in their prime. In this field, a graveyard of trees takes the place of a healthy orange grove. 4 generations of Sean's family have farmed this land, and the brutal weather has affected more than just the crops.
You know, we're farming less ground. We don't need as many people. This last spring, I let about almost half of our guys go. And these are guys that in some cases have worked for, with our family for almost 40 years, over 40 years.
On Lake Oroville, California, unused houseboats sit on water down hundreds of feet. You can see the steep and dry banks surrounding the lake. Look how far up the water line is. The closed boat ramp ends in rocks. Now a shuttle must get visitors and boat owners to the Bidwell Canyon Marina.
Normally I just walk to it from the parking lot of the marina, but it's so low now, the marina is disconnected, so I have to pick up a shuttle here, take it around to the slips where the boat is, which is, I've been up here 25 years, and this is the first time this has ever happened.
Marina supervisor Ben Johnson told us how tough it's been for business.
When it gets low like this, it's just, there's a lot of people that don't want to come out. It looks bad, it's scarred up, it's dirty, muddy. I mean, we still got a lot of water to play in. The main body, there's still water. Everybody thinks, oh, there's no lake. Well, it's still here, but it's definitely been a difficult year, economically and, just physically trying to deal with these boats.
Johnson says he's moved more than 200 boats this year to safe spots because of the falling water level. He doesn't want them to get stuck in the mud. The water level of Lake Oroville is down 240 feet because of the drought. That's equivalent to a 24-story building. In fact, it's just 15 feet from the lowest point it's ever been back in 1977. 2014 is California's 3rd consecutive year of drought. Climate data shows the 36 months ending in October were the driest 3 years in California history.
Almost all of California is classified as being in a state of drought. About 60% of California as of July this year was classified as being in an exceptional drought, which is the highest drought rating.
Lauren Bisnet works for the California Department of Water Resources.
We see there are communities that are out of potable drinking water, that have no drinking water supply. And so part of the state's response has been to provide immediate relief and make sure that, water is secured for health and human safety.
So what's behind the extremely low water levels? Besides a relentless weather pattern and record low snowpack, California Assemblyman Jim Patterson says politics are at play. He took us to Millerton Lake near Fresno, which, like Lake Oroville, has taken quite a hit. We talked in an area normally underwater.
There is a political reality that's going on here. There is a fight over water that the more extremist environmentalists would like to take for fish, and as a result, that taking reduces water that is available for farms and people. So we're in a wrestling match over water policy in the state.
Bisnet says on the state level, it's a balancing act.
There's an intense amount of coordination to balance those needs across the state, be it ecological, be it agricultural, municipal, industrial. It's something that we try to ensure that we can provide a supply for all of those things.
Farmers are frustrated with the government. Sean Stevenson believes the Endangered Species Act needs to be set aside during the drought emergency so he and others can survive.
The problem is that there's no more balance as far as weighing the needs of fish against the needs of food and farmers and jobs and whole communities in the Central Valley.
In the meantime, while the sun bears down, this farmer refuses to give up and prays for rain and sound government policy in Washington and Sacramento. Mark Martin, CBN News, California.